Hi guys, Knife Detector here. Hope you all are staying safe out there. Have another knife video for you guys. This is an old one. I believe this knife is from the 1960s, still in relatively good shape. It is a Western two-blade folding hunter, model 062. And as you can see, it's kind of like a caramel jig bone pattern. It's pretty nice. Honestly, I didn't pay very much for this. It wasn't in this condition when I bought it. It had a lot of rust and lots of corrosion on the blades. As you can see, I got most of that off. I got it on eBay. I think I paid about $15 or $17 for it, which I think is a good deal because I've seen them go for $50 or $60 in about this condition. And it is, I believe, carbon steel. So it takes a really good edge. Right now, this knife is scary sharp. So I really like it a lot. I wanted to share that with you guys. Just another testament that these guys are out there. You know, they're at pawn shops. They're on eBay. eBay is a great resource. You know, I like to do some searches that are going to end right away and see what comes up, right? And I like to search under different names just in case other things might pop up that people wouldn't catch if they search for the names that everybody else searches for. For example, I might search for the phrase unknown knife, unknown knife, or damaged knife, or something like that, just to see what pops up, right? So check this out. It's got brass liners. Looks like nickel silver bolsters. If you look super close, you can see that somebody many years ago tried to kind of engrave their name in there. It's a little bit worn out. It's very worn out. I can't tell what the name was anymore. This looks like it was pocket carried quite a bit. And there's the number. This is the model 062. This is a Western two-blade folding hunter, model 062. Those are brass liners. Those springs also look like they're carbon steel. Got some pitting in there. Let's check out the blades. It's a nice looking blade. Let me pan out so you can see that. As you can see that there is some micro pitting going on in there. And that's because I believe this knife is from the 60s, guys. This is an old survivor. That nail nick is still in really nice shape. It's still got about very close to 100% of the blade, I'd say. That says Western, Boulder, Colorado, made in the USA. Now, this knife doesn't have any play. No play in this blade. Let's see if it has snap closed. You heard the snap open, I believe. Snaps closed. Let's check out the secondary blade. The secondary blade looks like it hasn't really been used much at all. And you know, it did not take much for me to get this sharp. It looks like somebody just put it away and never used it too much, just carried it. Lots of carrying, because you can tell by the scratches. It's been moved around a lot. But if you look right here, this type of rust and corrosion usually develops when it's been in the closed position for a great deal of time. And maybe you get some sweat in your pocket, or it gets wet and moist and it's in the closed position, and this is where it's making contact with the liners right there. Not too bad. You can tell that that contact point right there, where the blade hits the back of the spring, still looks pretty good. Like that contact point doesn't look like it's badly bruised at all. So I think this was a pretty good find, guys. Wanted to share this with you guys. Let's see if that secondary blade snaps. Yeah, it's a sweet little snap. So this is NFS for now, guys. I really like this knife. Wanted to share it with you. Hope you all are staying safe. And just to let you know, I'm going to be making some more videos later this week. Probably the next 4 or 5 videos are going to be on vintage knives that I'm going to be making. These are knives, some of them from the 60s, maybe 70s, 80s. I think I have a knife or two from the 30s, possibly the 20s. So I'm going to be making the next 4 videos or 5 videos of really vintage knives. And then after that, I'm going to make a series of videos on some multi-tools. One very modern one that came out a short time ago, and one that probably came out in the early 90s, and one that came out about maybe about 8-10 years ago. So just to give you a sneak preview. Sorry about that volume, guys. And so I wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. If you're new to my channel, I make videos on mostly vintage knives, but I have all kinds of knives in my channel and multi-tools too. And a lot of the knives that I find are attached to stories. So if you like stories, you like knives, you might find a knife in my video selection that you saw your daddy, your granddaddy, or your mommy, or your grandmommy many years ago. And this is a channel for knife collectors, knife aficionados, and people who like to play with sharp things, guys. So I'm wishing you guys well. Y'all stay safe, and above all, stay sharp.